This is going to be fun to watch. This. Look at it. Oh, no! Something's got to give here. There's your 12-time world champion.
That is trying to replace me last week. Welcome to the Film Me In podcast, guys. Today we're going to be reviewing Fighting With My Family. Right, so what did you think about it, Molly?
What did I think? I tell you what, I watched the trailer in advance and I thought this is going to be an absolute crock of turd. It was really not that.
Yeah, it was actually awesome.
It was
so good.
A good film.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really enjoyed it. And the one thing that really let the trailer down, it made it seem like nobody could act, apart from maybe Nick Frost. And they were actually really good.
Everyone
Who's the
was
main girl?
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh playing
Paige
/ Brittany / whatever
Soraya
else.
Knight.
Soraya Knight. And she was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
But the trailer, it was all like, I just don't know if I'm going to succeed or if I'm going to let my family down. And it was like, all like, they made it just seem really cheesy.
Yeah,
and
I
rubbish.
get you. I think that's probably what, going into it, made me think it wasn't going to be very good. But after watching it, it's actually really good. It's probably up there, one of the best films of the year so far for me.
Yeah.
I just thought the whole story of it was fantastic. It gives you a little bit of an insight into the business. I'm a wrestling fan myself, so I sort of knew the terminology.
This guy,
yeah.
Oh, you might see, I'm actually a wrestling fan myself.
Little fact, I have actually refereed a wrestling match.
Little fact, I have actually wrestled a wrestling match.
Wrestled a referee match.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I found it really nostalgic in that when I was a kid, I was really into wrestling. When it was WWF.
Oh, it's showing your
Old
age there.
school, I know. I was like really into it, and I remember like hanging out with my mates and like it being like a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I just kind of gradually lost interest, I think, as I got older. And it was really, I really enjoyed it, and thinking back to that time as well. And do you remember that TV show Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yeah.
I used to watch that like all the time with my brother, and it kind of took me back to, you know, the
absolutely.
late 90s, early noughties when I was really into it. And I, you know, particularly the fight sequences, the actual
wrestling.
Yeah, the actual wrestling was so entertaining in this film.
It was really good. I didn't get to watch the documentary, but I did see something not dissimilar to it. It was called Britain's Worst Nightmare, spelled with a K, obviously for the Knight family. And it was just about them and how they are sort of the dynasty of wrestling in the UK, and it was really interesting to watch that, and then to sort of put the pieces together from the film as well. They've pretty much nailed, well, Stephen Merchant, he written and directed it.
He written it.
He written it and directed it, and I just thought he did a really good job. I think after she goes to America, that is the point where it's sort of ad-libbed a little bit, and I get that it's a film, it's creative license, but from what I know of wrestling, it's pretty much how she did it. And like the way she wins the title in the end is slightly different.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's a really, really good film. Like all the acting was spot on. You really got the sort of nostalgic sort of bingo hall feel of like the UK wrestling and stuff.
It was when they were in the like working men's club.
Yeah.
It was so like at the beginning.
It's so like raw, isn't it?
Yeah, when that intro, like when the film first started, I was like, it looked super low budget, and I was like, I really hope the film just doesn't look like this the whole way through. And then as soon as we get to like the slightly more kind of Hollywood cinematic look to it, I'm like more impressed with the intro.
Yeah.
Because suddenly it's like they made that look so grungy and realistic, and actually that is what they should have done, even though initially I felt a little bit disappointed in the quality of it. The fact that they did it deliberately and it carried so well just goes to show their filmmaking quality.
Absolutely, and obviously The Rock was a producer on it, so he had quite a heavy hand in it.
I bet he did, because it's probably because it's
big
called The
guy.
Rock.
He's got
It's got big hands.
It was quite heartwarming as well, I thought. 'Cause
It was.
It was the sort of the story of not so much wrestling, but identity, like who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't try to be someone else. Be who you are.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't matter what your name
it doesn't matter what you think.
And yeah, it was. It had lots of elements of a really good story, which I suppose is why they latch onto some of these true stories and then recreate them, because it had that whole, finding yourself in an unfamiliar world. That whole, like you say, kind of coming to realise who you are as a person. And then it had the like kind of more cliche thing, not being accepted by people who are different to you, but actually that flipped back on its head.
Yeah, because she was judging them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't she, for being like models and swimsuit people like that. But then it's like, you don't know me.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to support my kid and follow my dream, sort of thing. It sort of flips it on its head.
Exactly. Yeah,
like you said.
And it's like, you don't judge a cook by his brother.
Yeah.
What?
Don't know. I was going to say like a cooked kettle never boils or something.
A watched kettle never boils.
Yeah.
It was really entertaining from start to finish. And even to the point at which, right near the end when she's kind of like choke type scenario.
Yeah, she's
like,
choke,
and you really felt the awkwardness of it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I can't work out if this is really good or really bad, but I know that I feel really awkward, and that's what they're trying to do.
You feel tense for her, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and because that's their intention and it's deliberate, then it has to be good filmmaking.
Yeah.
Because they've made you feel the emotion
Absolutely.
that you should be feeling.
Yeah, Stephen Merchant has done an amazing job with this film.
Really, really good.
Right.
How funny was that dinner table scene?
Yeah. When they're like,
cracking.
it's all fake, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, you what?
Yeah.
Because obviously, to a wrestler, you don't say that.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I don't know. It's like saying to an actor, yeah, but it's all fake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Like that you are belittling someone's job and passion.
Exactly.
But and then when they get the phone call and they all go mental, and like, I thought that was really good. Jack Lowden in it as well. I've never heard of him before as an actor. I haven't really seen him.
He's the brother.
Zach, yeah. But from what I saw of him, he was fantastic.
He was
like
good.
He was really good, and it's the kind of thing where he struggles with his own identity because he thinks he can do so much more, but obviously he's needed. They don't allow him to take part in the WWE. And he gets really stressed out, and like it kind of ruins his life for a period of time.
Yeah.
But then he comes to terms with the fact that he's needed where he is, so he can sort of develop and grow the future of wrestling where he's from in Norwich. And obviously Paige wouldn't have been able to get to where she was without him.
They confront each other in the
pub
between
garden,
the garages.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like proper. It's so British.
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
raw,
really
isn't it?
good,
Yeah.
and it just was a really good example of how good they were at acting.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
again, I was not prepared for it because I just thought they were going to be terrible.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn was great in it as well.
Vince Vaughn was great in it, and I was dreading it because, like I've said to you on numerous occasions, I haven't seen a good Vince Vaughn film since Dodgeball. He only plays Vince Vaughn though. Even in this, he was still Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, but he's funny because he's very dry and he can just deliver lines at someone that are like really offensive.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it just makes you laugh. And then obviously The Rock is in it. Am I going to do an impression?
Well, yeah, I suppose it's about that time.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking! There we go. Just woke all the neighbours.
Yeah, that's it. Dogs are barking outside. So he was in it for all of 4
5
minutes
But
combined.
that's the thing. I think that's the appeal of it. Because people think The Rock's in it, people come to see it. But then, because he's not in it so much, you just enjoy the film.
Yeah,
because you're expecting, when's The Rock going to show up? When's The Rock going to show up? But because he's in it so little, you focus more on the actors themselves. And I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like you, Rock, but
yeah, you can add to a film without the film just being, let's watch The Rock do like really outrageously impossible things, like
exactly.
What was it, Skyscraper?
Jumps from a crane into a building from about 90 feet away.
It's
with one leg.
Exactly.
I noticed a few sort of British wrestlers in it that I recognise because I'm quite a big wrestling fan. There was a few people that were sort of up and coming wrestlers, like either in the talent searching section or in the developmental area. One massive bloke with a beard is called Dave Mastiff, and there's like another guy that's in the developmental section, got like sort of similar hair to us and a bit of a beard, and his name's Kip Sapien.
Because it seemed like it was quite well thought out. If
Yeah.
it has things like that, then it seems like the kind of thing that there must have been a lot of influence of people. I mean, obviously The Rock was involved,
Yeah.
but of people who are really into wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose people like you are his hardest audience to crack, because you're the people that are really going to scrutinise
I'm
it
the
and say,
person who
well,
goes, well, that's not right.
yeah.
But
whereas
he's done it
people
really
like
well.
me, who just go to watch it for entertainment value rather than a genuine passion for the industry, it's a bit more of an easy watch, I'd say.
Yeah.
I guess we better jump straight onto ratings.
Do some ratings, yeah. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 5 because I really liked this film.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. I'm gonna give it 5 Divas Championship belts out of 5. If you're a wrestling fan, go and watch it. If you like the idea of seeing The Rock in a film about wrestling, go and watch it. If you like British cinema, go and watch it.
I'm going to give it 8.
Okay.
Vince Vaughn's out of 10. And my reason for that is I did really enjoy it. Definitely watchable. Would watch again. But it's not, I wouldn't say it's like Green Book standard in terms of how much I really got into it. But definitely, I mean, 8's a reasonable score. It's
Absolutely,
a worthy film to go and watch.
So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, become our friends, tweet us, Instagram us, Snapchat,
Tinder.
Spock.
Make sure you Spock us. Spock us so that your mum sees our videos when she's
Looking
selling
for a
her
sofa.
next sofa. And also, if you do smell what The Rock is cooking, then maybe you should get out of his kitchen unless you've been invited, because that's quite an invasive thing to do.
Yeah. See you later, guys. Have a good one.